A day of valor celebrating India's army. India celebrates its 77th Army Day on January 15th, a day that holds immense significance for every Indian. This day commemorates the historic moment in 1949, when Field Marshal Kodandera M. Cariappa took command of the Indian Army from the last British Commander-in-Chief, General Sir Francis Butcher. This transition marked the end of an era and the beginning of a new chapter in India's military history. It marks a significant moment in India's post-independence history, signifying the transfer of military power and the birth of a truly independent Indian army. This was not just a change in leadership but a profound symbol of India's sovereignty and self-reliance. Army Day is a tribute to the valor, sacrifice, and unwavering dedication of the Indian soldier. These brave men and women stand as the nation's shield, ready to face any challenge that comes their way. It is an occasion to remember the countless soldiers who laid down their lives defending India's sovereignty and territorial integrity. Their sacrifices are etched in the annals of history, serving as a reminder of the cost of freedom. The day is marked by parades, military displays, and solemn ceremonies across the country, showcasing the strength and capabilities of the Indian Army. These events are not just a display of military might but also a celebration of the spirit of service and dedication. The Indian Army is one of the largest and most professional armies in the world. Its soldiers are known for their discipline, courage, and commitment to duty. It has been actively involved in numerous wars, conflicts, and peacekeeping operations, both within India and abroad. From the battlefields of Kargil to peacekeeping missions in distant lands, the Indian Army has always risen to the occasion. From the icy heights of Siachen to the dense jungles of the northeast, the Indian Army stands guard, protecting the nation from a multitude of threats. Their presence in these challenging terrains is a testament to their resilience and dedication. The 77th Army Day serves as a reminder of the ever-evolving security challenges that India faces in the 21st century. The Indian Army continues to adapt and modernize, ensuring that it remains prepared to tackle any threat. As India continues to grow and assert itself on the global stage, its army will play a crucial role in safeguarding its interests and ensuring its security in an increasingly complex and uncertain world. The Indian Army's commitment to excellence and its unwavering dedication to the nation make it a pillar of strength for India. The Western Front, Pakistan, and the peril of terrorism. India faces a persistent and multifaceted security challenge from its western neighbor, Pakistan. The two countries have fought numerous wars, and the line of control remains a volatile and heavily militarized zone. Terrorism emanating from Pakistan-based groups remains a major concern for India. Cross-border infiltration and attacks on Indian security forces and civilians continue to pose a serious threat to India's internal security. The disputed region of Kashmir remains a flashpoint between India and Pakistan. Both countries claim the region in its entirety, and the issue has been a major source of tension and conflict for over 7 decades. The recent abrogation of Article 370, which granted special status to Jammu and Kashmir, has further strained relations between the two countries. Pakistan has condemned the move and vowed to challenge it at all international forums. The dragon's shadow, China's rise and border tensions. On its northern borders, India faces a formidable challenge from a resurgent China. The two nations share a long and contentious border, stretching over 3,488 kilometers, which has been a source of friction for decades. China's rapid economic and military modernization has significantly altered the regional balance of power, leading to increased tensions and competition between the two Asian giants. With a defense budget that has grown exponentially, China has invested heavily in advanced weaponry, cyber capabilities, and space technology, making it a formidable force in the region. The line of actual control, the disputed border between India and China, has witnessed several incidents of transgression and standoffs in recent years. These confrontations often involve aggressive posturing and occasional skirmishes, reflecting the deep-seated mistrust between the two nations. The 2020 Galwan Valley clash, which resulted in casualties on both sides, highlighted the fragility of peace along the LAC. This deadly encounter was one of the most serious military confrontations between the two countries in decades, leading to a significant escalation in tensions. China's assertive posture in the Indo-Pacific region, coupled with its growing military presence, is a cause for concern for India. The strategic importance of the Indo-Pacific cannot be overstated, as it is a vital corridor for global trade and energy supplies. Beijing's string of pearls strategy, involving the development of strategic ports and naval bases in the Indian Ocean, is seen as an attempt to encircle India and challenge its influence in the region. This network of facilities extends from the South China Sea to the Arabian Sea, enhancing China's ability to project power far from its shores. India and China are engaged in a complex interplay of cooperation and competition. Despite their differences, both countries have significant economic ties, with China being one of India's largest trading partners. Diplomatic engagements and high-level meetings are regularly held to manage and mitigate tensions. While both countries recognize the need for a stable and peaceful relationship for their mutual benefit, their conflicting strategic interests and territorial disputes continue to cast a shadow over bilateral ties. The future of India-China relations will depend on their ability to navigate these challenges and find common ground in an increasingly multipolar world. Section 4. India's response. Modernizing for the 21st century battlefield. In response to the evolving security challenges, India has embarked on an ambitious path of military modernization. This journey is not just about upgrading equipment, but also about transforming the very ethos of the armed forces to meet contemporary threats and challenges. Recognizing the need for a strong and technologically advanced military, India has been steadily increasing its defense spending and investing in state-of-the-art weaponry and equipment. The defense budget has seen significant hikes, reflecting the country's commitment to maintaining a robust defense posture. India has undertaken major initiatives to enhance its military capabilities across all three services: the Army, Navy, and Air Force. These initiatives are aimed at ensuring that the Indian Armed Forces are well prepared to face any potential threats, whether they come from land, sea, or air. This includes the acquisition of advanced fighter jets, submarines, warships, artillery guns, and missile systems from various countries, including Russia, France, the United States, and Israel. These acquisitions are part of a broader strategy to modernize the military's hardware and enhance its operational capabilities. India is also focusing on indigenous defense production under the Make in India initiative. This initiative aims to boost domestic manufacturing capabilities and reduce reliance on foreign suppliers, thereby fostering self-sufficiency in defense production. The aim is to reduce dependence on foreign suppliers and build a self-reliant defense industrial base. By promoting local manufacturing, India hopes to create a sustainable and resilient defense ecosystem that can support its long-term strategic goals. The Indian Armed Forces are also undergoing a process of restructuring and modernization to enhance their operational effectiveness. This involves not only upgrading equipment but also improving training methodologies and adopting new doctrines that reflect the changing nature of warfare. This includes the creation of new commands, the induction of advanced technologies like artificial intelligence and drones, and the emphasis on jointmanship and interoperability among the three services. By fostering greater coordination and collaboration, India aims to create a more integrated and cohesive defense force capable of responding swiftly and effectively to any threat. Section 5. Chinks in the armor addressing India's defense vulnerabilities. Despite significant progress in recent years, India's defense preparedness continues to be hampered by certain weaknesses and vulnerabilities. Addressing these shortcomings is crucial for India to effectively deter and counter potential threats. One of the key challenges is the slow pace of defense modernization. The procurement process is often plagued by bureaucratic delays, budgetary constraints, and allegations of corruption. This has resulted in critical capability gaps and the continued reliance on outdated equipment. India's defense industrial base, though growing, is still relatively weak and lacks the capacity to meet all of the country's defense requirements. There is a need to promote greater private sector participation and encourage innovation in defense research and development. The issue of manpower shortage is another concern. The Indian Army in particular is facing a shortage of officers at various levels. Attracting and retaining qualified personnel is essential for maintaining the operational effectiveness of the armed forces. Section 6. Beyond the battlefield, diplomacy and economic strength. While military strength is undoubtedly important, India recognizes that lasting security cannot be achieved through military means alone. Diplomacy and economic power are equally crucial elements of India's national power and play a vital role in safeguarding its interests. India has been actively engaging with regional and global powers to build strategic partnerships and foster cooperation on security and defense matters. India's growing economic clout and its role as a leading voice in international forums have enhanced its diplomatic leverage. India is also leveraging its economic strength to build influence and secure its interests. Investments in infrastructure development, connectivity projects, and trade agreements are seen as tools of economic diplomacy that can help shape a favorable regional security environment.